All of them are women about the modern whole TV so. Na name politics nonsense. I best also like it. Now by commenting or subscribing to the channel. Na NDC for won't boot if court papa high court. I could really be a Sunday NPP say regulation once I'm queer no. And NDC guru will be anti-Asia after the ruling what I said. We shall name a baby NDC party at my presenting at the court. A court is an general so the day say no there. Regulation and obey and just say, let's just quote what's not doing PI say, we're paying our win any out to change. I say, the make be a and final one, no, and we know, and this for I did some strong one and be at the judges. A word judge in near ma, also to say, was some baby come back beam, just saying this was one tears a cry, was some fairly beam, ama dear Ebisino, a CC and Sana won't want to now. SMP yebeko na yakokotie na ene tufu sema medema wono se hu se otan enam anamfo ne sremu na eba tewo a na wahwe wonso ye moyenkotie NDC gurus emra.
We disagree.
What's the way forward?
I think we advise ourselves, and I'm sure by the close of day, you know the position of the party in this matter.
You have less than 2 days to go.
Yes, I'm saying. We are working today, Saturday. Yeah. Right now, we are. Tomorrow is even material as a non-working day. We can be working tomorrow. So by close of today, the party's position in this matter, you will be advised and you know. But this is not the end.
This is the Central. Would you throw some more, share some views?
In fact, if we were in court, the court appears to be rehashing the same facts in respect of all the other respective constituencies. So, for instance, 13 months out, the judge mentioned 62 pink sheets, when indeed that was not the issue in respect of 13 months out. Okankwe Central, there were not 62 pink sheets. The judge was mentioning 62 pink sheets.
But the judge corrected himself in these.
Why? When you write a ruling, who corrected him? Gary Numaku corrected him from the bar. Do you stand at the bar and correct the content of a judgment being delivered by a judge? You bring an application or notice for correction of judgment in terms of facts.
Couldn't it be an accepted mistake? Looking at how the various judgments were read.
I will not go on that path with you. I am saying that where a lawyer stands at the bar and be correcting the contents of a ruling delivered by the judge, we have a problem.
Thank you very much. So that is Roxanne Dafiameko. He is one of the lawyers for the NDC. The story here is that the High Court has given a decision to the Electoral Commission to collate for. Let's speak to
and they would not be admitted
by the court to give a decision. Gary Numako is leaving the court premises. Gary, I believe that you must be excited by the decision of the court.
Well, I think it's a rule of law. I mean, the law has spoken. I mean, they went to Supreme Court and said they were not heard. They were not heard. They were not heard. The Supreme Court to go back to the higher court and be heard. And they came, they are being heard. So basically, that is it. EC must go and do his work. He must go and collect the results. Period. And clearly, you should realize that how can you go and say you have done collation and you leave some of the police out? I mean, how is that how collation is done in law?
The explanation they begin to tell us is that some of these polling stations, they couldn't come to agreement on the actual result.
Does it mean they should be excluded? They should be excluded? You've gone to vote and your vote is being excluded. Is that free? Is that fair? You know, so basically what they did was entirely wrong. And they used people to go and massacre at the centers, to go and cause mayhem at the centers. Is that what should be done in this country? If this was allowed to stand, what will happen in 2028? People will massacre at the centers and go and cause confusion there.
I'm confident that this will bring a finality to the matter.
I believe so. EC should make sure that this collation and declaration is done today. So that at the end of the day, this matter is if they finish it, they don't agree, they can go back to the court, whatever. But for now, the matter is foreclosed.
So that's Gary Numako, the lawyer who led the NPP team to the court to seek this collation. And so for Ablikman North, 2 constituencies are to be collated. For Tema Central, 2 constituencies are to be collated. Ablekuma North, 60 constituencies. For Okaikwe Central, 31 constituencies. And for Techiman South, 147 constituencies. Collation is expected to be done for these. Let's see if we can pick some quick thoughts from Rabna Obin. What do you think? So that's the decision. So that's the decision of the court here. We are trying to speak to Rabna Obin. She says she'll be back. Obviously, the NDC and their supporters are not happy with the decision of the court as far as this matter is concerned. Let's pick some thought from Dr. Tanko, who is with the NDC. As far as you're going back to the collation center. If the EC gives you date and time and place, are we to see the NDC there?
My brother, this charade that occurred at the High Court, we are not going to respect that thing. That is why we have filed processes. Do you know that a bucket full of lies was poured in front of the High Court judge? And the judge ruled based on those lies.
But that was available before.
What is available? Have we cross-examined those facts? Somebody came and told a story that they were being chased around. They were being beaten to pulp. And therefore, because they wanted their life, they decided to declare. Have we cross-examined them?
Your lawyers had these issues before the case was heard. If they needed to cross-examine anybody, if they needed to challenge anything that was put in by the Electoral Commission, they were at liberty to do so.
The mandamus was trying to force an officer who is not doing his duty to do his duty. Those duties have been acted on. They were carrying on. We touch evidence of them doing the declaration. And at the time they were doing the declaration, there was no duress whatsoever on them.
No, but do you disagree that there were outstanding polling stations, which the judge believed that if these polling stations were outstanding, then the Electoral Commission did perform its job properly?
It doesn't lie within his mandate as a judge sitting on the case of mandamus to determine on that matter. It is only on election petition that can warrant that to look into the veracity of what they are saying, because we needed to cross-check that. And you saw what happened. The judge was exposed in open court because he had one ruling, and on different matters he continued to be mentioned 62 when the matters were not on 62. He was exposed badly.
This isn't because the way the matters were handled and the facts were similar, the law on it was similar, and he didn't read the judgment for each case independently.
I am saying that they were not similar. They were different matters. It came on different weight levels. Different matters, different cases. He used one ruling. We suspect that this ruling was not coming from his handwriting, because the man himself was confused when he was reading the thing. It has to take lawyers from our opponent. It means there was some collusion between them to now be correcting him. He was exposed. These are the things.
Thank you very much. So that is Dr. Tanko making his case. Let's try and pick some thoughts from the lawyers for the NDC. The lead counsel is addressing the press at the moment. I'll try to get some thoughts from him. Oh, sorry.
Take steps right now to get them, the legal requirement. The order must be served on the Electoral Commission before they can proceed. And like my lord said, they are now working on the order. We have our stay application, we have the notice of appeal, and we take steps. This matter is not ending here. And let nobody be deceived. This matter cannot end here. Because you see, the matters raised, and if you are in court, it was as though my lord was hearing an election petition.